It's showtime. What is up, everybody? It is I, the personified sin of Grand Cross, Roy here, and today I'm going to be showing you a bit of a preview and to tell you the results of the Influencers Tournament. So for those that you were watching, in the finals we'll be having Seatin versus Kabuki. Now, of course, I was unable to basically stream or, showcase, well, not showcase, sorry, to kind of show off my reaction towards the matches because it was pretty interesting of the teams they ran and unsurprising of like who winded up being in the quarterfinals. So, of course, with Seatin in the quarterfinals, of course, he moved up since Spammerice had to basically voluntarily remove himself from the tournament. So Seatin was automatically into the semifinals. So then, of course, we had this matchup between Speedy and Nagato. Now, from what I was noticing in their matchup, Nagato was stating that he was unable to rotate his teams, but if you notice within his stream, there was the button where you can cancel the preparation, so he did have the opportunity there. There was no wrong error for the developers, but I guess in this moment of it occurring to him that he didn't have his proper gear on, or he was unprepared for the team setup. Since for Speedy in the second match that they had, Speedy was able to put his Valenti against Nagato's Pierce team, and of course Speedy won that because he had Valenti and Green Lilia, so he was able to lower the attack stats for Nagato and basically win him 2-0. So Speedy won that one. In Kabuki versus Demonte, like I was a bit surprised too, but Kabuki winded up being 2-0 against Demonte because the team he ran, which counters the team Demonte was running. So the team he was running was, of course, the current meta with Ludocio as a Lost Veins association. He had this team, which of course is very ult control, since you have Red Zeldris, Lilia for the ult drains, and then Green Golter to put the debuff, which is pretty good. And then of course in his back he had a very strong green units with, of course, I think he does have his passive with the increase of a resistance, and then of course with the Guild Thunder he increases resistance per orb that you get within the team, so this is pretty tanky. And with Demonte, he had, of course, the current meta ult rush right here, Pierce, but unfortunately he didn't have his Red King Super Awaken, and then he had mono red without red Golters, since you couldn't put the same characters within your group, so it was pretty tough for him to pull out. And then so essentially Kabuki winded up winning that one 2-0. And then the surprising matchup, the pretty interesting one, most people were saying that Nani was gonna win against Mystic, but Mystic won out 2-1 in their last matchup. With I believe Nani was I think he won the first one since he had Ludocio with of course the commandments of Droll here. So with the heavy resistance, his second team was the ult rush. And then the third team was, which is pretty good one, which was Red Zeldris, Green Monsby, and Keel. And of course, with Red Zeldris, his passive with whatever commandments on the team will increase their stats. And then Mystic winning, of course, because he had, I think, for his third team, right? Yeah, so no. Yeah, I think in the rotation for the last team, Nani was using, if I remember, he had this team, right? Yeah, if I'm remembering, he had this team against Mystics. Yeah, Mystics, Esterosa, Kyo, and Valenti. And the misplay that he made was that not knowing that with his Athena, with her passive, that if you kill an enemy, 2 orbs to their allies decrease, and they had a full. I think it was these two had their ults, and he was just removing his orb instead of attacking Esterosa, which he had him at low health. So essentially, Mystic winded up winning that match with Nani not knowing the passive for Athena. So then we go into the semifinals, and I mean, well be known, since I actually am cheering for Seatin, I knew the outcome of it. Seatin basically 2-0'd Speedy, because for Speedy, the two teams that winded up going up against Seatin was his Mono Red and then his Blue Fraudrin. So of course, Seatin's team, if I'm remembering correctly, were actually I think it was these two teams, his first teams. So, you know, with him being first, obviously, it was a guarantee for him that he was gonna wind up, you know, clapping Speedy. So Seatin's already in the finals there. And then, of course, with Kabuki, he also does the same thing, and basically 2-0s Mystic. And the team, if I'm remembering correctly, I think for him it was these two teams that he actually got to use. Maybe I'm incorrect. I probably would have to look back in his first match, because his last match, this was the team that he had against, I believe, Mystics Ult Rush team, and he winded up beating him with a pretty close battle. But yeah, so in the finals, basically, it's going to be, oh, I did not mean to do that. It's going to wind up being tomorrow, Seatin versus Kabuki. Now, what I wanted to show you right now is actually a video where that Seatin and actually face Kabuki, and, you know, obviously to show you the outcome and maybe a preview of what's going to happen tomorrow. Now, of course, we're going to go right into it and kind of show you. Let me just get it prepared for you. Right, so let's do this. Right, so right here onto Seatin's video, where he was doing the top 100s with Esterosa, and in one of his matches he basically matched up with Kabuki. Now, of course, this, to put into context, this was before, I believe, the collab for the King of Fighters, and of course with Lost Vein and Goddess Liz not coming out yet. So of course this was around the time where the Attack on Titans collab was out, and of course he's using his favorite unit that was at that time, which is Mikasa. So basically I'm just gonna let it play out and, you know, basically show you the preview of what's gonna happen between them. So
one match where King went up against
I'm sorry, let me just do this real quick. Alright, so you can hear out the video.
It was King, and I think it was like Mikasa, and his ult just fully clapped somebody running like a full green team. And then yeah, he soloed the Guild Thunder as well. So he's so sick, man. Is this actual Kabuki here? This is the man himself. Let's go for a applied battle. See if it is the oh my goodness, dude, we're facing off against the man, the myth, the legend. Gotta think about the play carefully. You just nuke into Lilia. And then he's going to go for my Mikasa, and then we can get the Torn on Estarossa. And we should be good. We do really, really well with this team versus the team that Kabuki's running at the moment. But it's Kabuki, man. This guy's got some next level plays. So we'll see what happens, man. I'm always a bit nervous facing a man of this caliber. Okay, so I think he's merged probably a heal on Lilia and going for an upgraded one. Oh no, gone straight for an upgraded Drain. Get the Escanor under control. It's not a bad shout. Not a bad shout at all. Until, I think we do go for... I do quite like this play. This probably gets her down right. Yeah, with 2 stacks of Ignite, it should. So, I'm kind of predicting that I think he's going to try rushing Escanor's ult. Might try rushing Ghost's ult, actually. Neither one's a bad play. Could do both if he's got lucky. Okay, that's one Escanor card. I think that was a merger there. Right. A little bit of damage on the king. Okay. Interesting. So I think here now, if we go for this, then we go for this. And then we go for this. I think it's the way to do it. Just because then he Escanor ults Estarossa. Estarossa gets clapped. But then unless he gets like just beyond lucky and can also burst down the Mikasa, actually even with the best RNG, he shouldn't be able to. He might be able to. I don't know. We'll see what happens, mate. We'll see what happens. Let's have a look. So we've got the health-related stats increase here. Oh no, he's going for straight to the Escanor. Fair play, man. Fair play. Certainly does make sense there. So what I'm trying to do here now is I want to whittle down his turns as quickly as possible. If I can quickly get rid of that Gotha, and then nuke into the King, we should be looking pretty good. Because I know the Red King, if he's lucky, can solo Escanor. It's difficult too, man. You need some good RNG. But if you can get a Red King with this week's PvP rules. But yeah, that Red King's just clapped, man. He's just absolutely decimated there. So as soon as the next turn comes, he loses a turn. He might rush Escanor's ult. I imagine probably what's going to happen. Ooh. Is Escanor down? Oh, dude, Escanor's down, man. Okay, this is getting interesting, boys. About to find out whether or not King really can solo an Escanor. We'll see, though. We'll see. I'm curious. I think we just use 2 of these for now. Let's use this, because we're going to draw loads of cards anyway. Right, so Mikasa... Mikasa's tanky after the PvP rolls. But she ain't that tanky, bro. He's making all the right plays though, man. Certainly knows how to counter my team, this 500 IQ gaming god. Okay, so I know he can't drain, so I think I just go for this one here. So at this point in the match, usually it would be game over for King. However, with these rules, we got a little bit of a chance. We need him to get like really unlucky and us to get really lucky. And then it's GG, boys. It's GG. Okay. Let's go for the ult. So we just need to get like another king ult now before he gets topped up, and we're good to go. Well, let's see. Come on, please. Can we draw an explosion card? Please, can we draw an explosion card? Oh no! It's bad news, boys. Bad news. Ah, okay. I think he's trying to wait me out here, man. See these tactics, bro. I see these tactics. Knows he needs to use it at the right time to try and get topped up. He's hoping the what is it? Decay comes into play. I think I'm just gonna fire off this. Get topped up myself. I don't like these ignites, bro. They're scary, man. Oh, really? Again? That is that's unfortunate, man. That's unfortunate. Okay, he's risking it for the biscuit. He's going for the ult. Going for the full send there. Oh no, he got the crit! Oh my god! How lucky does this man want to be? Oh my goodness. Well guys, Kabuki's the best PvP player in the world, and I suck at this game, so is what it is, man. But well played. He did everything right in that match, so fair play to him. Alright, so
alright, well, as you saw there, Kabuki beating Seatin. Of course, the PvP rule that was displayed at that time was, of course, the increase to the HP stats. So, of course, you know, his green Escanor was pretty tanky against his red king at the end. And, of course, that basically gives you a bit of a preview of what could or might happen for tomorrow. I mean, as I stated in a previous video where I predicted, you know, who would wind up being in the finals and maybe win, was of course Seatin. But of course, as you saw, the underdog of this was Kabuki, and as we see here in the finals would be Kabuki and Seatin. And yeah, let's just find out what happens for tomorrow. I believe at 1 p.m. For everybody. 1 p.m. tomorrow. Again, I think they'll be doing the streams through their channels, and to see who winds up winning. And maybe we might get a repeat where Kabuki beats Seatin. We don't know. And until next time, you know, let's just find out and see the results. Roy is out.